Hello guys, so I have read this book, The Magic of the Lost Story, and today I'm going to review it. So let's start with the summary of the book. So Nooni is now 14 years old, and if you remember in the first book she was 12 years old. So it means the story continues after the 2 years of the Stepwell incident. So it is a time of COVID 19, everybody is in lockdown, and Nooni is also getting bored because of the lockdown and because she is unable to go out and meet her friends. So, after a year, it was a time of winter vacations, and Nooni again goes to her grandparents' house in her Ajja house at the village Soman Hali. And from there, Nooni and her grandparents together go on a journey where they uncover the missing piece of their family's history. Moreover, they also travel to many places of the Tungabhadra river. Now, the question over here is why they travel to these places and what is their family's history and what is that missing piece and why they are uncovering it. And so, all these questions are going to be answered in the book. So, how is the story of this book? So, I found the story of this book very simple. There are no big turns in the story, but the story may look very adventurous to the children's. But for me, it was a very sweet and simple story. Now, if I compare the both books story wise, then I found the first book a little better than this sequel one. Now, what I like the most about this sequel book are the illustrations in it. There are like double illustrations in it comparing to the first book, almost 30 plus illustrations. And in the first book, there are around 15, 16 illustrations. So there are a lot of illustration, and there are also flower illustrated between the paragraphs. And if I talk about the cover of the book, then the cover is very decent and fine, okay. Now, what I don't liked in this book while I was reading it are the last three chapters. The last three chapters for me was really very boring. But there is a possibility that you may like the last three chapters or not found them boring, but that's a rare case, and I don't found the last three chapters interesting. They were boring. Now, if I give an overall rating to both the books, then then five then 4.5 stars out of 5 to the first book, The Magic of the Lost Temple, and 4 out of 5 stars to the sequel book, The Magic of the Lost Story. So, overall, this fiction story book written in Sudha Murty Ji's style is a good read and a wonderful book. If you will read this book, you will not only go through the story of it, but you will also get to know many new facts and many new terms that you may have never heard before. The story also tells you about the importance of nature, especially rivers. So, do read this book, I'll recommend it. And if you have not read the first book, read that first. You can buy the both books from the link given in the description, and if you buy from the description, it will also help me to earn. Thank you.